If you are into dinosaurs, I'll bet you recognize Mr. T-Rex. Hi everybody, tonight we're going to talk about dinosaurs, obviously, and then we're going to talk about something that's actually related to that, which is butterflies. So first, dinosaurs. Let me read to you a little bit about dinosaurs. Before I do though, if you are a Dinosaur Train fan, or maybe you were, if you're a little bit bigger now, Cooper and I used to watch it all the time. We learned a lot about dinosaurs, and we learned our dinosaurs A to C, right? A, Apatosaurus, B, Brachiosaurus, C, Corythosaurus, D, Deinonychus. I still remember my dinosaurs A to Z. So it was fun to learn about them, and it's been fun reading a little bit more about them to get ready to talk to you tonight. So this is called If I Could Meet the Dinosaurs. Many, many years ago, when the dinosaurs roamed free, there were herbivores and carnivores as far as you could see. If I could travel back in time, I'd like to meet them all. Though when I stood right next to them, I'd surely look real small. I'd want to meet Triceratops and a Velociraptor next. And of course, I'd need to see the great Tyrannosaurus Rex. I could catch a ride and fly with my new pterodactyl friends, or slide down the long neck of Apatosaurus as it bends. I could run my hand along the spikes of lumbering Nodosaurus and hear the bleating sound from the crest of Lambeosaurus. I could feed some plants to Rabdodon, who was really pretty small, and visit Ornithomimus. Gosh, I'd want to see them all. If I could travel back in time, I would have to be courageous as I traveled through the periods from Triassic to Cretaceous. But it would be so very worth it to see all the unique features of some of history's famous and most fascinating creatures. And they truly were. And I would encourage you to, when you get a little bigger, to maybe look a little bit up about dinosaurs. And there are lots of children's books about dinosaurs. And I have a few of my friends here. We have Triceratops right here. And we have, this might be Nodosaurus, but I'm not real sure. This is a pterodactyl or pteranodon. And here we have the mighty T-Rex. And this is Apatosaurus. So dinosaurs are really interesting, and of course they lived so long ago that we're still learning things about them, and I think even maybe learning about new ones. So the next thing I wanted to talk to you about was actually butterflies. Oh, before we do that, I do want to show you some pictures. Okay, so here is Triceratops. Doesn't look too scary. Here's a Velociraptor. And there's Mr. T-Rex. There's a pteranodon or pterodactyl. There's a Apatosaurus, one of my favorites. There's a Nodosaurus. There's Lambeosaurus. In Dinosaur Train, this is the funny guy, the funny next door neighbor. There's Rabdodon. And there's Ornithomimus. So they look interesting as well, and don't they all look like they have pretty unique personalities? I kind of think they do. So butterflies actually came along actually before flowers. So it's really interesting. You always picture, like in this little thing in the front here, the butterfly is pictured with flowers around it, but they actually didn't have flowers when the butterflies first existed, and they just recently discovered that. So they actually drank from trees that had sort of spouts that they could get their long tongues into. So butterflies have a long history too. So let's read a little bit about them. This is called Soaring Among the Dinosaurs. Creatures known as lacewings lived many years ago. They lived in the time of dinosaurs and became butterflies that we know. They existed before there were flowers, so they flitted around with strong wings, looking for food from trees instead. They were interesting moth-like things. Since they lived in the Jurassic period, before the mighty T-Rex roared, I think how strong they must have been as they flew and dipped and soared. So we think of butterflies these days as being these bright, pretty things that I have in front to show you. And lacewings, which were the original butterflies, were actually kind of dull colored. They were mostly brown and white, but they turned into the beautiful butterflies that we have today. So happy reading someday. about the dinosaurs. And if you love butterflies, I have my butterfly necklace on. I like butterflies a lot. So 143, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.